Hello and welcome. I'm your host and speaker, Kavirasa. I'm MuleSoft Senior Developer at Infometry. Thank you for taking the time to join us today. In today's webinar, I'll be talking about how to build the future with AI agents on MuleSoft. Feel free to drop questions on the topic or share your struggles and experience during this live session. We will answer your queries through chat. Let's start the session. This session is organized by Infometry. We are a pure play data analytics company based out of Fremont, California, with our offshore development center in Bangalore, India. We came into inspection back in 2010, and since then, we have been offering domain specific analytic solutions for high tech energy, life science, retail, manufacturing, and finance customers. Being a data analytics software service and solution provider, we focus on delivering predictive and prescriptive analytics solutions, cloud data warehouse implementation, data governance, enterprise service bus, microservice based integration solutions, big data, cloud DevOps, Salesforce CRM, and product engineering. Infometry has been an engineering and consulting service partner for companies like Snowflake, Google Cloud, Informatica, MuleSoft, Databricks, AWS, Tableau, Adaptive Insights, Microsoft Azure, and Matillion, etc. Moreover, Infometry has developed 22 plus Informatica cloud connectors and Snowflake native apps with pre-built connectivity to NetSuite, Salesforce, and Marketo, enabling the real-time analytics across Snowflake, Google BigQuery, Amazon Redshift, Databricks, and Azure Snips. One mentioned under Blue Blocks are developed and owned by us, and the rest are all developed by us only for organizations like Informatica, SAP Calidus, etc. We have developed state-of-the-art analytics solution InfoFiscus, which can be hooked to any on-prem or cloud CRM or ERP or planning the apps. InfoFiscus is 100% cloud-based pre-built analytics software developed using open architecture. InfoFiscus comes in three different flavors: finance, supply chain, and sales and marketing analytics. We are delighted to announce the launch of the next generation InfoFiscus Snowflake native applications featuring pre-built to NetSuite, Salesforce, Marketo, and more. This application enables seamless integrations and real-time analytics. That's our quick introduction. In today's agenda, we are going to discuss about AI evolution, agent visualizer, Anypoint code builder, intelligent document processing, and MuleSoft dev agent. The evolution of AI from the manual syntax to intent-based engineering. So we are in the era of AI, which is playing a huge role in the IT industries. Same like other integrations, AI features evolved in MuleSoft integration as well. MuleSoft has evolved from the simply connecting integration layer to the artificial intelligence to act on the trusted data across an enterprise. So we have multiple options provided by the MuleSoft related to the AIs. The intelligent document processing, Anypoint code builder, AI-driven data mapping, agent integrations, and agent governance. So let's discuss it one by one. Agent visualizer. So it comes under the point of API visualizer. So it displays like the views of different aspects of applications network. So we can use the graph to explore our application network. It provides a real-time graphical representation of the APIs and the MuleSoft applications that are running and discoverable. It also displays the third-party systems that are invoked by the Mule API, a proxy or application within our application network. So the data displayed in the graph is dynamically updated and does not require any configurations. Additionally, the data is displayed is secure as only user with the proper permissions can view the applications in our network. So API visualizer, like it collects the data from the Mule applications and the APIs or proxies which are deployed in our cloud hub from the whatever it's a standalone runtime or a cloud hub to discover all the incoming and outgoing connections through an embedded plugin. So the main purpose of this visualizer is like here we can see how the entire applications which is are interrelated, or the traffic comes from the external systems, and how the APIs are interrelated end to end. So coming to the use cases, like there are multiple options here. We have three options. So based upon the policies applied in the API, so we can filter out or we can visualize our APIs based upon the policies applied for the APIs, like ensuring the policy compliance using the policy option. And we can see about the second options will be the architectures. So using the architecture option, we can explore the application network throughout our business groups and the APIs and as per the environments. And we can also use these options to troubleshoot uh, the issues, like including the connection metrics to resolve to work on the production issues faster. So we can get to know like which APIs are connected, and those are interrelated, and the traffic comes from the external systems and inbound and outbound, and what are the API calls are involved, like whether it's a database or Salesforce or any other external systems. So we can instead of visualizing, we can see it as in the graph, the entire applications in our platforms. So in the right side, so you can see in the right side, there are the policies, and here we can have multiple options like architecture or the designs. And there are some other filter criterias, like we can filter out based upon the environments or business groups, and whether we need to go for any services which are related to untagged service, or let's say based upon the performance metrics or the time ranges for to work on the production issues. Just I want to see like in the last half an hour and what are the connections and how it worked. So we can filter out based upon the timings and the applications. So it's a agent visualizer. It's provided by our which means like Mule applications. So it provides runtime level applications. So we can see that end to end. So both upstream and downstream and the middleware integrations, APIs, and end to end. So using this, yeah, we can work on related to the production issues to work on as soon as or we can able to find the root cause here with the help of visualizer as well. So coming to Anypoint Code Builder. So this is the next options where it is available in our platform. Like it's kind of a next generation of API in the integration development. So here, using Anypoint Code Builder, like we can design or develop the applications using the prompt and the features available based upon this AI. So there is a, options called like a cloud or like the applications in our local workspace on the local workspace using with the VS Code. So coming to Anypoint Code Builder, it's an integration with Salesforce AI model that allows developers to generate code and integration flows using the prompts in our natural languages, like plain English. So this will accelerate the development by automatically producing code based upon the prompts or instructions provided in our natural plain English language. So developers can also access a wide range of extensions that enables more options to work on it. Like we can access it using the desktop application through Studio Code aspect. And it's this flexibility. This flexibility allows us to code in the preferred environment, and Anypoint Code Builder further speeds. It also speeds the development through industry-specific package solutions like patient data integrations in healthcare systems or retail, whatever it is. So in most of the things we can use it. This empowers us to build the integrations and the APIs faster in the preferred environment. Ultimately, like to create a new ways to reach customers or generate a revenue and build more impactful software by integrating with the other relevant technologies. So like almost like 86 percentages of IT leaders anticipated an expanded role of generative AI in the organizations using the Anypoint Code Builder. So it as discussed, like it enhances the productivity. It also offers an innovative solution to automate challenge holding the efforts back. It's nothing like how we are using the prompts to work on to search it in the ChatGPT or any other AI platform. Like so, based upon our project requirements, we can provide our prompts. So based upon the prompts, the code will get developed or generated. So based upon that, we can deploy and test the applications as which means like using the independent code builder. Comes to that, the next options will be like intelligent document processing. So the name defines that it's related to the document, so we are going to automate the extraction of structured data. So whatever it is, structured data from the unstructured or semi-structured documents. Let's say there are invoice files or order related informations, and any other images or whatever it is. So we can extract the data from the invoices or images, and we can make it in, or we can digitalized in the structured format of data. So that's the overall use case of intelligent document processing. So comes to the overview of intelligent document proper, like I said earlier. So it enables us to read invoice data or purchase orders data, or the data from the images, whatever the content from the images. So we can capture those images and we can digitalize it. So this IDP, intelligent document processing, it supports supported by this multimodal like large language models. So because of this, we are able to read the contents from the files or PDFs, or as well as from the images. So with this simple IDP interface, we can create and publish a document actions as APIs. So we can use it for the further integrations with MuleSoft applications. Yeah, document actions. It's a multi-step process that uses multiple AI engines to scan a document, like filter out the fields or return a structured response as whatever in the format, whether it is in the JSON object. So each document action defines the types of document it expects as input. So based upon our requirement, we can provide the prompts. We can provide the prompts to get that content which is available in the file or images. Like let's say there are some invoice files and multiple invoices files available in our in one company or a organization, or just like a shop. So there we can so we have to go through the each invoices and find out like I need to go for the total amount. So let's say my requirement is find out the total account. So let's say I can give the prompt saying that what is the subtotal amount, or what is the due date, or what is the highest price, or what. So based upon our requirements, we can provide you our prompts while doing this APIs, while creating the APIs through intelligent document processing. So it can help us to provide the output as required, as expected. We're going to discuss about MuleSoft Dev Agent. So it is a AI agent of the MuleSoft development lifecycle. It's like embedded directly in the ACB called Anypoint Code Builder. It's powered by the Salesforce instance and Agentforce it supports. So as we discussed earlier, how the IDP and the previous thing supports the prompts with our languages with plain English. The same like that, MuleSoft Dev Agent also supports with prompts with plain English. So we using MuleSoft Dev Agent, we can generate the Mule flows or APIs or data view, what are the scripts we required for the transformations of our record or expected data format, and configuring the connectors like Salesforce or DB or strip or whatever it is. The connectors, we can able to configure the connectors also, and we can able to deploy the developed API in a cloud or runtime, and with the writing immunities case or handling there as so we have the complete pack of operations in the MuleSoft Dev Agents. It's powered by the AI in Anypoint Platform and MuleSoft. So like it's going to be the the major part of integrations in Mule integration platforms. So we can also use the awareness, like it can read the project files or metadata of the prescriptive outputs, like expected outputs. And there will be like the next will be like no cost model. So it's available in our Anypoint platforms, based upon our subscriptions. So that's what the means of divergent, and what will be the benefits, the benefits of using means of divergent in our Anypoint platform, like it's the speed and efficiencies. So it will reduce the development times, from the days to hours or minutes, based upon the prompts and the requirements we are given to develop the APIs. And also, there is a built-in security purpose, and there are no compromise in the securities. So we have the built-in securities, and the integration with any point platforms ensures scalable and auditable workflows. And it also gives a full life cycle support from the ideation, generation to testing, deployment, and maintenance. It supports the full life cycle of the APIs. So, based upon the benefits and the available features in the MuleSoft Dev Agent, it plays a major role in the integrations using Dev Agent in Endpoint platform. So, why we are going to use Dev Agents for MuleSoft integrations? So, as I said earlier, so it supports the speed and efficiency, full lifecycle support, and the security purpose. And also there is end-to-end automations and the scalabilities and API-led connectivity alignment. So based upon the complete packages and the features available, so it will help us to reduce the manual coding up to 80%, and also it will reduce the times which we taken for developing the APIs or testing or writing the test cases for testing our applications. Um, so let's what are the prerequisites we need, or pre-setups we need to work on this deviation. Like as it is, as I said, it's kind of supports with the Salesforce foundations and Salesforce. So and the packages, what are the normal packages, Visual Studio Code, and with the Anypoint Code Builder extension, and the runtimes, Mule runtime versions, and Java JDK. So this is the initial things. So and the permissions, as I said, it is supports with Salesforce. So we have to go with that Salesforce enabling that access management in the Salesforce to enhance this platform agent force to on. And it's we have to connect with the Salesforce and enable the options in the agent force and the permissions as well. So this will be the initial setups that we needed to start working on this dev agents, and for the purpose of developing or deployment or testing and debugging and documentation purpose, the designing purpose. So these are the core capabilities available uh, in dev agents. So as I said, we have to go to this Anypoint platform setup, and to enable the options in the Salesforce as per the prerequisite setups. And this is about access management, how we are going to link the Salesforce and Anypoint platforms for accessing this dev agents. So we have to log into the Salesforce, and in the setup it's select to any point platform setups. So based upon the complete connections and options available to enable agent for MuleSoft Anypoint platform, and this will help us to enable the options between the Salesforce and platform, and the permissions, required permissions. So once we are completed with these setups, we can go with the Visual Studio Code on the Anypoint code builder. So after signing, based upon the prompts given as per the required requirements of the APIs, so we can generate the simple flows, the complete APIs, the end-to-end APIs to enable to handle our complete functionality of the requirements. So based upon after, yeah. So after completing all these setups and the integration, which means like the linking or the permissions the between the Salesforce and the platform or the uh, handshake configurations. So based upon the requirements, we can go for our prompts, and it will help us to develop the APIs with starting from the complete life cycle, as I said, like uh, de- designing the ramels and developing the APIs, and also like the data view functionalities to transform the data between one format of data to another format, and the connections, configuring the connections with outbound connectors Salesforce or DB or SFTP, whatever it is needed based upon the project requirement, and writing the unit test cases, writing the unit test cases for complete APIs, and deploying the applications in the test environment or in the high level environments like QA. It supports the complete life cycle of the APIs. So yeah, so we're going to use Visual Studio Code, and after also we discussed about how we are going to configure the Visual Studio on the platform, and how we are going to give the access between the Salesforce and platform. So after completing this setups, and we are going to give the prompts based upon the requirements, and the output how we are going to get, and that will be deployed in the test environment or in the higher level environment. So using this as discussed, using this MuleSoft Dev agent, we are going to reduce 80% of manual coding. So it supports the full cycle. So like ideation, which means how we are going to design the APIs, and generation based upon the prompts which we are given, and the testing and deployments. So this is the use cases of dev agents, how we are going to use, which means like how it will impacts in our daily life cycles, or in the project management systems. In the demo session, we are going to see more about IDP, how it works in the Anypoint platform, the features available in the MuleSoft. And coming to this IDP, it will be available under the automations, and we can go for the IDP. It comes intelligent document processing. So the home page of IDP, yeah, here we have in the left side, there are options like home page, the document actions like what are the documents we have created previously, or so we can find out in the document actions, and the review task. So let's say we are created one document, and just assign it to someone for reviewing, and that will be comes under the review task. So as of now there are none of the documents are assigned for review, so that's why we are giving no review task pending. And this is the options available in the IDP in the high level. And let's go to the document actions first. And yeah, so these are the existing documents which I have created, and now we are going to see how we are going we're going to create a new document, and let's see the features and available in this options IDP. Yeah, while going for the new, so we can use the create new options, and this is an existing template for invoice and the purchase order. So let's say if I want to get details for the invoice, so we have that exact fields, which means the default fields like date, invoice date number, purchase order number, the payment times. So these are the fields which we are expecting to extract the data from the invoice. The invoice either be PDF or a file or image, so that can be anything is possible. And these are the fields we are expecting by default. These are the fields it is already available in this template for invoice order number. So it's available in the table formats, and as well as in the field levels. So let's say starting from the invoice date, tax, emails, and amount, and coming to this part is we have the buyer details and the billing to details and shipping to details, like whether if it is a different billing details and shipping details. So or either it can be different or same address for both billing to and shipping to, and these are the default fields available in the invoice details. And the same for purchase order. So you can see like the information to extract the information from purchase order documents. Here we have the fields related to purchase order, like ship via tags or purchase order date, purchase order number, and same like that buyer details, shipping to and billing to details. So this will be the default fields, so we can use it. And in the table format as well. So same like for invoice and purchase order. And the third option is generic. So it's like a customizing one. So we can define our own schema and our own fields like. Yeah, so this generic, as I defined earlier, like we can define our customer schema, the fields, and what are the required fields what we need instead of going for the default one. So these are the three types, the templates we have, invoice and purchase order, and the last one is generic. So let's say I'm going for the purchase order now, and for this demo purpose, and so these are the fields we have, and we can provide our own name like. Purchase order demo. Okay, detailed. So we can provide our descriptions related to the demo, like the order related to, or like e-commerce order or whatever it is. So based upon our order details and based upon our purchase order, we can provide our detailed descriptions. So it will be helpful for just for to while reviewing or while going through this. And I'm going to give a create options. Yeah. So here under document actions, so the new project purchase order demo got created, and here we have the three options. The first one is configure, second is publish, and third is automata. So the first one, configurations, like we have the documents to extract the key data fields or tables from the purchase, whatever the document we have, and publish, like we can publish to this exchange here, and this will be the automate options in the third one. And yeah, so as I told earlier, and any format of file will be supported here, pdp, png, jpeg, TIFF, and either it will go for images, and the less than 8 MB, and maximum we can upload 10 files at a time here. So this will be the options to upload a file here. And let's say, and by default, as I say, here we can have the details of the by default details which is there already. And yeah, the table sections, and here the one which I discussed earlier, the reviewers, we can add someone to review this document and for further analysis. So let's say I'm going to okay, I have already downloaded one purchase order sample, so I'll give you the, so I'll show you this okay. This is the purchase order template, sample template I downloaded just from the Google, and here we have the details of purchase order date and purchase order number, the company details, billing to shipping to details, and the descriptions of the items, quantity and the price. And yeah, so coming to this tax, so this is the but a sample purchase order file, and we are going to use this in our demo projects. So I'm going to select this. Yeah, so just I'm going just I imported this purchase order file into our projects, and yeah, there is nothing else. So we can drop a maximum 10 files in a single run, and it will be in the any format which we discussed earlier. So yeah, so we can run this. Yeah, the project is running here, so you can see like the extracting the data is extracting from the given purchase order file. So here are the details, price, quantity, unit price, descriptions, and the product code, the details, what are the details it is available in the purchase order okay, the same like that yeah, So coming to the field sections, so we can see 9 out of 54 items found in this document. So we have defined 54 fields earlier based upon the template, default template. So out of 54, 9 items were found. The items like tax details and the total cost details, and let's say the address details, and the shipping details like amount, delivery date, purchase order date, and purchase order number. So these are all the details, like 9 details found it from extracted from this purchase order. Okay. So and there is a table option as well, so we can view it in the table sections, table formats. And the prompts, yeah, we can provide the extra prompts, and like prompts to extract and analyze our document. And based upon this, it's like a customized one, so we can provide the customized schema here as well in the prompts to fetch more details from the purchase order file. And once we upload and execute it, so there is an option, and we can add a reviewers, so yeah, which I said. So the reviewers will review this document action, so we can add multiple reviewers to review it. And later we can go for the publish option. So like at least yeah, so it says that at least one reviewer is recommended to be added. And so I'm going to publish to the exchange here. So it's published to the exchange. The version, we can see the versions. In case if I'm making if I'm making any further changes in the existing same project, and if I'm publishing again, so the version will get upgraded to 1.0.1. So that's how it's like how in the raml while designing, while adding any new endpoints, and while publishing, the version is getting increasing, same like that. So the version is will increase for the each publish, for the each change. So yeah, so it is published, we can see it in the exchange. So it's available in the exchange, and you can see these options available in the exchange. And based upon this, the endpoints are created here. And yeah, it's available, and we can download as raml connector as well from here. So that's what. Yeah, so it's like how we are publishing the raml after designing to the exchange, same like that. So we have created a demo for the purchase order, and we have published to the exchange. And here we can see the endpoints with the we can create a document and get the documents. So based upon the execution id, we need to provide the execution id, and that's in the required format. And later we can get the details of the purchase order files, like what are the details we can provide. And we can also apply the client credentials here, client credentials, like how the client id and client secret or what. So it will be same like the raml which we are designing and publishing, and later we are using in our applications to which means to develop our applications end to end and applying the policies, same like that. We are created a API, which means like for a purchase order to extract the details, and we published. So later we can download this as a connector in Mule applications, so we can use it in our Mule applications. And we can provide the details, which means so later in the real-time parts, we can upload the images or PDF files related to purchase order or invoice. We can upload from the Mule application through this post options, and later and we need to pass that client ID and client secret and the execution ID. And later at the response, so we are going to get the complete details of the response what we are expecting. Yeah, so as I said, we published to the exchange, and we have downloaded as a connector here. And as I said, there was a two endpoint and a post, and with the get document execution IDs. So here we have on your upload file, just we can upload a file like what all the files, purchase order files or invoice files which want to proceed further. So we can upload it from here. And we are taking the contents, the file name and the content of the file. So later it will be in the format of accepting format, in the multi-format. So just we are created in the format of data. So what this connector is expecting. And as I said, just it's a common the configurations. And let's go into this configuration part. So we have to provide all this host port protocol, and as I said, the client ID, client secret details, which is configured in the exchange. So these are the ports we need to provide for the configuration purpose. So here we are going to upload the document here. So like what are the documents which we need to get the details from this purchase order or invoice. So we are going to upload it here, and which we consumed, the file which we consumed at the source system, which are uploading. And yeah, the it will generate the execution ID once we uploaded in the post endpoint. So we are going to get the execution ID in the response. So we are capturing this execution ID, and in the get document sections, so in the get document sections we are passing this execution ID. So for this particular execution ID, we are going to get the complete details of this purchase order files. So that will be under the response payload. And finally, like based upon the response what we are expecting, so we are written a transformations to capture the payload, to get the response payload what we are expecting end to end. So this is the complete demo purpose. Yeah, so this is about the IDP processing end to end. And as we discussed earlier in the platforms, we are creating a new demo projects, a new project for related to our requirements, invoice or purchase order, or based upon the customized things, and we are publishing to the exchange. And there we are going to get two endpoints with the post and the get. And in exchange we are applying the policies based upon the requirements, so client ID, client secret, or auth policies. And once we published, for the real-time case, so we are started implementing the APIs with the help of a newer, based upon like whether it's a file or email based images or contents, or based upon the requirements we can keep our source systems. And the contents should be passed to the post endpoint, and we are going to get the execution ID. And based upon the execution ID, we are going to get the final response. So this will be about end to end about IDP and the POC's purpose for this demo project. Thank you all for joining today. We appreciate your time. Please feel free to raise your questions.